Hi, and welcome back to How Cheap Can I Live? Now it's springtime, and it's a great time to spend an afternoon or a day just driving around where you live. Be that in town, in a big city, in the country, and see what things that are going to be available to forage. Now, what does forage mean? That means finding fruits, vegetables, nuts, tubulars that you can actually eat that doesn't cost you anything. Now, a lot of cities now are planting fruit trees, and they've been planting them for 10, 15 years or more, depending on the city. And those trees are usually free for you to pick. They may have restrictions on how much you can take off of each tree, but it's still a way for you to get fruit. Maybe you live in an apartment. You can't grow a fruit tree. Or you think you can't. But that's another video. But you will be surprised at how many plants locally that you can actually eat. There's a lot of things in your yard you probably can eat that you didn't even realize. Maybe you live by a stream or a pond and there's cattails. Maybe you have dandelions in your yard. But note, if you or your neighbors use any kind of pesticides, don't be eating what you're foraging because you don't want to ingest those chemicals. But just a simple dandelion. From the flowers, I make jelly. I've made tea. I eat the leaves. You can dry the roots and use those, and I've done that. Cattails. We have a pond across the way. And there are so many parts of the cattail that you can eat. It is amazing. Now, I would suggest you either go to your library and check out a book on foraging. They probably have one. Most do. Or go online and see if you can find a PDF or order a book that you find that you might like. Because the nice thing about having a physical book is that you can take the book with you. And if you're a little bit unsure, you can really read the description. You can look at the pictures. You can see to make sure what you're eating before you eat it. Because you don't want to ingest something that you shouldn't be eating. That's like berries. Some are poisonous, some are good. You have to know what you're eating. There is a lot of community gardens, farmers markets, that after the farmers market's done and they have extra produce, what are they going to do with it? Some produce will last, some won't. You might be able to get something, not necessarily for free, but at a really discounted rate. Become friends with those market people and see what you can work out. Maybe you can trade, you can barter, so it doesn't cost you anything. Now, this is one of my foraging books. It is really a fantastic book, and it's all on identifying, harvesting, and preparing. So it tells you, say you're pulling up a root of a cattail. How are you going to eat that? What's the process? Because there are a lot of tubulars or roots that you dig up that you boil in water, rinse, boil in water, rinse, boil in water. It's a 3-step process before you ever eat them. You need to know those things. There may be a local person in the extension office that does classes on foraging. Lamb's quarter. Now, lamb's quarter, most people consider a weed. But before spinach was all the rage in a garden, almost everyone ate lamb's quarter. And I'm going to insert some pictures and the name of those plants so that you know what some of them are that are very, very common that you can eat. You never know what will happen in your life. You lose your job, you lose a spouse, you lose, just things happen. And the income that you had isn't always there. So it's important to be prepared. And even if you don't forage this summer, If you spend the summer identifying plants, learning about plants that are edible, if you ever need that, you have that knowledge. And I always think that's important. We are so easy thinking that everything is always going to be fine. And we want everything to always be fine. But as you know, things are not always fine. And it's important to be able to feed your family, feed yourself, and foraging is one of those ways, for the most part, absolutely free. You might have a neighbor that has a big tree in their backyard, fruit tree, nut tree. And if you pick it and they'll split the harvest with you. That's a win-win. You didn't have to water, you didn't have to weed around it, and all you're doing is having to take the fruit, the produce off of that tree. Maybe your neighbor has a garden space, but they haven't used it for a long time. Share that with them. Say, I'll plant that, I'll take care of it, and we can split it somehow. You don't have to do it 50-50. You can, whatever you guys work out. But forage around your neighborhood, your town. See what's available. Because there are a lot of plants that you can eat. This is Sandy at Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. As always, like, subscribe, share with the world. And I hope you forage this year.